Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today we're going to do a classic check-in with a few oracle decks actually, because I brought the Angel Therapy Oracle. Of course I've got the Hermit Tarot Oracle with messages between the twins that we're going to pull at the end, and I'm going to start with the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. So yeah, let's get started, and then we'll use tarot to see what's gonna be happening for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine collective, what's happening with the connection at this time. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I appreciate having you here. I'm excited to deliver the message today. Okay, let's see, let's pull the card for the feminine first of all. Hope you guys are doing well, enjoying your week. We are in the month of September now, so yeah, we can say welcome to September. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Yeah, so this is a reminder that it's a path, and I'm also getting, because we can see these hills here and like a long winding road, even though it's not like a serpentine or anything, but still it can go up and down. You don't necessarily see all aspects of it, and it's okay. It's part of the journey. Okay, let's see what we have for the masculines for today. Just remember that this is a channel reading, so take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Have distant thunder, clear the air. Yeah, so the masculines are asked at this time to, as much as it can be uncomfortable, to be able to open up with the truth, and for some be able to hear the truth, because that's another important thing. Sometimes we know that there is an ugly truth somewhere and we're just not ready to hear it, right? So we'd rather just not like pretend like there's nothing there. And this is a part where you admit that there is something there, that certain part of your life hasn't been going great, right? And it's time that you face the music and understood that, you know, something needs to be released. It just has to go. Maybe someone, for some people. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna go with the Muse Tarot for today, and we'll see what the energy is like for Divine Feminine at this time. Published pretty much all of the readings for September for each of the zodiac signs on my other channel, Mindful Bamboo, so you know how to check those out, since we were just talking about the months of September. Yeah, it's an interesting month. We have quite a few planets in retrograde, by the way, which means that it's an extra encouragement for us to go within and explore a little bit more than interact in the physical. And it's up to you, depending on your personal chart, your current situation, you know, your personality, of how do you take it for yourself, right? What is your what is going to be the setting for you where you will make the most out of this retrospective time, where you can enjoy it, you know? So it's actually taken as a meditation, right? Not as a mind prison, I'm hearing for some. For example, me being an earth sign, I enjoy spending time in nature, and I already booked a ticket to the New York Botanical Garden for myself this weekend. It's gonna be a long weekend in the States, so I'm looking forward to spending at least a day out of 3 in the Botanical Garden. Yeah, plenty to do there. And I haven't been for like good 5 months or so. So yeah, I missed it. Okay, we have 7 of inspiration for the feminine. Inspiration is the wands here. What do we have for the masculine? Okay, we have Queen of Voices and 5 of Emotions. This is 5 of Cups and Queen of Swords. Okay. What about the connection energy? The Wheel of Fortune and Muse of Materials. Muse of Materials in this deck is the King of Pentacles. But yeah, I like that they use the Muse, mostly because it's a reminder. I'm actually done with this. It's a reminder that we're not really talking about the gender here, right? Like, this is like the highest representation of the suit. Love it. Okay, I'll put it like that. Let's pull some clarifiers, why not? Let's clarify 7 of Inspiration. Okay, please clarify the Queen of Voices and 5 of Emotions. The Empress and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, 2 5s here. Please clarify the Wheel and Use of Materials. Okay. Right, the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Let's do this. So for the feminine, we have 7 of Inspiration clarified by 4 of Cups. And in this after tarot, he's pouring out the stuff from the cup in the sky. So what I'm getting here is that there is a certain fear of the past right now with the feminine. And it's mostly connected with some coping mechanisms, and if I step in one step back, with all the trauma that happened in the past. And I'm getting it starts with the childhood, and a lot of it has to do with the relationship with the mother. So it's certain patterns, you know, let's say it could be of abandonment, it could be of abuse in place or neglect in place of love, right? It's something fundamental that is now throwing the divine feminine into the energy of fear. And it's serving its purpose, right? Because that's how we're supposed to snap out of it, to get out of our head and, you know, be able to heal it, to find our center, you know, to remember who we are. And with this 7 of Inspiration, I'm actually getting that it's almost like she is like opening up the curtain and she's showing herself to the world the way she is, right? So to me, it's kind of like you don't want to wait for an opportunity in the sky. You don't want to just be granted something, just like a lottery ticket or inheritance, you know, something that just happens to happen to you. Let's put it that way. Although, of course, the energy of those events would still need to be attracted to something, you know, to your energy that would be matching that. But overall, that's how it is perceived, that, you know, it's not going to be taken as, it's not going to be as rewarding, it's not going to feel as much of an achievement as something that Diev has worked hard for. And in this case, it's not hard work like the physical work on the outside, but this is the work inside. So it's kind of like wanting to finally reach that point of success where you can be yourself. You don't have to pretend, you don't have to work long hours and exhaust yourself, right? Because you deserve to be who you are and to share that with the world and to enjoy the journey. It doesn't have to be hard. The choice is yours. For the masculine, we have Queen of Voices, which is Queen of Swords, and 5 of Emotions. And it's clarified by the Empress and the 5 of Pentacles. So 2 5s. And what I'm getting from those is that Like you see, there is a feminine figure in both the court card, the major arcana, and there is the minor arcana with the 5 in both cases. So again, so there is a little bit of a projection on certain recent failures and also the anticipation of trouble. That's how I'm hearing it. Anticipation of trouble that the masculines have. And it's also connected with a feminine figure, but with the feminines it was more of a mother, a relationship with a mother that is triggering some of those fears. For the masculine, it doesn't have to be a mother, it can be any feminine figure that they've had trouble with. And you can see again, for each of the sets, there is a part with unhealthy attachment, right? Like this is the part where the focus is on the on something hurtful, on something sad, right? Like on, like all relationships have ups and downs, and this is the focus on the downs. Maybe that feminine figure, yeah, that's what I'm getting. That feminine figure used to focus on the negative part, on the low part of the relationship. In this case, and again, look at the colors, right? So this is matching blue, this is matching yellow. So to me, this is a lot more connected with communication, hence the Queen of Swords here, and the blue was the throat chakra, and this is a lot more connected with the pentacles. They're usually shown as yellow, and in this case it's the lack of kind of support and energy flow. Pentacles or financial abundance is one of the ways to represent that, right? So, and these are two different feminine energies in divine masculine life. So whoever they are, it could be, for example, a mother and a life partner, right? Somebody who they're with. It could be even like a friend or a sister somewhere, right? It could be a grandma, for example, here for some it will be with the Empress. But it just shows that there is so much, like the pattern goes back, and these were the clarifiers, right? Like the pattern goes way, way back for the masculines to see that, or to subconsciously feel that when they're bonding with the feminine role, there is some sort of unhealthy pattern that is connected to it, that they are tying themselves into. But that's part of why they're asked to clear the air of whatever situation they're in now, right? Because this to me feels more like the current situation. This is more like the history from the past, right? But instead of being in the 5, in the cold, in the sadness, they can speak up, they can turn things around. Because I'm hearing they have a lot more emotional intelligence now, and they're capable of turning things around, so they don't have to just put up with it, just accept it as their destiny. So like, yeah, I guess that's what I gotta do, that sort of idea, right? It doesn't have to be like that, because they have a lot to contribute to the situation, so it's not as much of that sadness or abandonment or whatever it is. And second of all, if there isn't much that they can do to change things around, they still don't have to take that route. They can choose something else, someone else, right? Because living like that is always going to be limiting your potential a lot, right? It's like, imagine yourself like doing something creative, in favorable conditions, was like the temperature, the humidity, the light, whatever would be important there. And imagine where you have more extreme conditions, where it's too cold, where there isn't enough light, maybe, right? Maybe it's also raining, or it's humid, or whatever, it's dry, whatever is uncomfortable, right? Like, it's making it unnecessarily hard. And it's not about that at all. It's actually mostly about recognizing these things that we used to have in our life and we used to agree to, but we don't have anymore. Once we are awakened, once we understand the natural laws, we don't have to be in that space anymore. More importantly, it's crucial for further ascension, for further development of each of us individually and of the connection. And speaking of which, with the connection energy, we have Wheel of Fortune and the Muse of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Wands. Yeah, so there is a divine intervention into the success in the physical, into how we handle things on a daily basis in real life, right? So it's not even so much about you know, emotional or 5D space. This is a very specific 3D stuff, right? How do we make our dreams come true? How do we actually move towards our goals? How do we get closer to that rather than farther away, right? There is an intervention that's, and with these two figures, I'm getting that is bringing twin flames closer to each other, helping to accomplish certain goals, helping to see how this can actually be functional and be productive in the physical, not just through telepathy, not through like when we give each other a hug, right, to say something supportive once in a while, right? How can this be sustainably good for the both of us in the physical? How can it be rewarding, this connection at this stage, even though it can be still, you know, some distance before the union? How can we enjoy this part of the journey? Okay, I'm gonna pull the angel therapy card for the feminine first of all, and then for the masculine. What's the card of advice from the angels for the feminines? Okay. We have integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knownness of what's right for you. Yeah, I was talking about that right all along in this reading. That this is recognizing what is for you and not being afraid to go for it. Beautiful. Integrity with yourself, with your inner knowing, with your soul, with your heart space. What do we have for the masculines for the advice? Ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Beautiful. Just listen. Open your ears and listen up. Okay, and finally, let's get the messages from DM to DF. Not gonna go into too much of speculation around those. Just take them how they resonate the best for you, for your specific situation. Let me have you. What do you want? And I need more time. So yeah, just quickly, what I'm getting is that divine masculines want to make sure that divine feminine is focusing on what they want rather than what the masculine wants, right? Like if XYZ is important for my DM in a relationship, that's what I'm gonna focus on. That's not the correct way, right? They want DF to focus on what they find important, attractive, etc., right? The must-haves of a successful connection, right? And in turn, the masculines also need some time to figure it out for themselves, what they want, what they need, not what their partner, their karmic partner needs from them, what their mother wants from them, right? Those female figures that we were talking about, what do they want? It may take a minute to figure it out. Okay, messages from feminines to masculines. We have, do you even see me that way? I still don't have all the answers, and I think we should see other people. Yeah, so to me, I read the cards about see, you have C and C there. Well, sorry. Here and there, and actually something to make it 10, right? So what I'm getting the divine feminine means here is that we don't have to kind of close our circle of communication on each other, right? Although we know how special this is, it doesn't mean that we don't have space or we don't have love for other people. And I don't just mean the people we serve, but even like our friends and family. It doesn't mean that you need to neglect those people, right? And although I still don't have all the answers, I know for sure that we can make it work, and it doesn't have to be a deal breaker if, you know, there are other people in your life that you want to keep close apart from your twin flame, or even your karmic partner, if that's the case for now. It's about finding the right balance and making sure that those relationships actually benefit your life, that they are adding some value to it, rather than it's just something that you feel you're obligated to do, or it's something that other people are doing and that's why you're pursuing it as well. Okay, I hope this has been useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye.